Hello guys and welcome to Scratching the Gaming Itch. Today I just wanted to talk about the Guild Wars 2 free-to-play experience. And I mean completely free-to-play. I haven't spent any money on this game currently. I do plan on buying the expansions, or at least a couple of them when they go on sale, because I've really been enjoying this game this time around. I've played this game in the past, but it's never really connected for me. I think I've tried it at least 2 other times before this one. But this time around, it just clicked. I don't know if that's because of the point in life that I'm at or what, but this time around I finally came to appreciate the horizontal progression that this game has. Whereas in the past, I haven't really enjoyed that aspect of the game. I actually really have liked pushing for higher gear and just that kind of grind. But now I finally get wanting to just play the game and not have to grind out the next set of gear, and I've been enjoying the game and what it has to offer. Now there's a little bit of a gear grind still here. The highest stats being in the Ascended armor, and even then you can get some legendary armor which has the same stats. And I have noticed a couple of differences in the Ascended armor, but they're really nuanced, and so I don't really want to bring them up in this video. But right now, currently where I'm at, I am grinding the Ascended armor by choice. It's something I want to do, but I know that I'm strong enough to enjoy pretty much 90% of the content in the game, which has all been really fun. I participated in the Dragon Rush event. Maybe that's not exactly what it's called. I think I'm combining names. The Fractal Rush event, which has been a lot of fun. And just the open world in general, playing with random people and doing the raids, doing dungeons. It's all been just an experience, right? I get to decide what I want to play when I want to play it. Even in World v World and PvP, I get to decide what I want to do. Now, that being said, being completely free to play, I just want to talk about some of the pros and some of the cons that I've had while playing this game. So, first off, I'll go with some of the pros. This game, as a free to play player, actually has a lot of content to it. I've really enjoyed that. There's a lot of open world to explore. There's a lot of world bosses you can fight. You can't really do too many of the raids, but still what you have available is fun. You can do the fractals, you can do the dungeons in the core area. Just a lot of different content is available to you as a free-to-play player, and they won't take any of it away from you. And I just think that's awesome. No investment, no pay to win scenario with it. It's just yours, and you can play the PvP to your heart's content. Of course, there's stuff that you can't get, like you can't get elite specialization skills. You can't have access to mounts and things like that, but overall the core free to play, like what you can do, is actually pretty fun and a good experience overall. Though some things I will say to that extent, not having a mount feels kind of painful. They do a great job at selling you a mount by giving you access to one for 10 hours of gameplay and then taking it away, basically saying buy an expansion if you want the mount. And that's kind of a big thing that you might want an expansion for. Other than that, it's been pretty good overall, and really it doesn't come in your face like, oh, buy this game, buy these expansions. It's just kind of there, and you can buy them at your own pace, and I actually really have appreciated that. And in terms of like PvP, I think overall the free to play experience is pretty amazing. I don't know if Core Warrior is just busted or the build I chose is really good, but I've had a lot of fun on PvP. But I've been running Great Sword, dual axes, basically just the numbers go burr. I know it's definitely not the overall super meta build, but I think it's been okay in all of the things that I've been wanting to do. And so I've really appreciated that part as well. The leveling system, or the leveling up for me, was actually a pretty good experience. It took about 20 hours, but that was during the Summer Games Fest event, where they had quite the big buff to experience. So I'm kind of curious, like, if later on that won't feel as good to level. Right now I wouldn't know. I chose one character to really stick with, this warrior, and I've actually had a good time doing that. And I'm someone who is pretty known to restart MMORPGs. So those are kind of some of the good things. The game's really fun overall. Some of the cons, not having a mount as a free-to-play player, it's okay in the open world, and it's fine. But it feels really bad in World v World. And so does the inability to glide. Right, so in the open world, I understand we didn't pay a dime. We don't deserve to glide or to have mounts. But in World v World, it feels like this kind of big disadvantage where you can't glide after someone. They jump off the cliff and they get away from you and glide off. Or you can't mount up, so everyone else goes off on their own way and you can't follow them as fast. And sure, there's like speed buffs if you're next to someone with the mount, but there won't always be someone there. And that kind of sucks for World v World. I've had good experiences in World v World, but I'm gonna say walking as a free-to-play player is pretty terrible in World v World, and the experience could be better there. Just being able to unlock the world or the Warrior Claw mount would be a huge improvement, even if they don't give you gliding. But I think World v World should be its own separate thing in terms of that. That's kind of been, honestly, my biggest gripe with the game. Ascended is quite the grind to get the armor pieces, but I think you can find your own way of doing it, and that's what I've really appreciated about this game. If you haven't tried it yet, you really should. It's free to play. It's a fun experience. The community overall is pretty good. I'm not going to go out there and say everyone's amazing, because there's definitely been times in raids where if you don't know what you're doing, people get upset. So I've seen that side of the community, but overall they're a pretty good, fun community. And it feels like you actually do get to play with a group out there. That being said, I wish that I could find like a more active guild, but the problem is like I'm so diverse in what I want to do. I love PvP, I love the raids and Fractal Endgame and PvE. I like World v World. I think I could love it if I had, once I get an expansion, because I think that's just what it's come to with this game, is it's been a fun experience for me, so I might as well put some money into it. And I think that's what I really think everyone should get behind with when it comes to this MMO, is that lack of subscription model. The subscription model in MMOs is so annoying, and I'm so grateful that this one doesn't have that model. And I really think that you can get your value out of this without feeling the pressure to have to play it. And for me, I've been playing 90 hours of this game without putting any money into it. And you can see here I have exotics and I have some ascended, and that's even without being able to access very much of the trading store in the game where players can buy stuff from each other. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this game. If you haven't tried it out, you absolutely should. Guild Wars 2 is a really fun free-to-play experience, a really good MMO if you've been looking for an MMO to scratch that itch, especially with the drought MMOs or the new ones not being really good. Guild Wars 2 can definitely do it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.